Fear of speaking in English is something which we all face. If we have to learn some language, it may be English, Kannada, Punjabi, Urdu, Nepali, any language. If you are learning that language for the first time, you will have the fear of speaking because there are some reasons. So today we will discuss about this and I will also tell you how to overcome these problems. So my dear friends, please watch this video till the end because you will get lot of useful informations. And yes, if you like my video, please do subscribe. Before we start, one question for you. What according to you is the biggest fear of speaking in English? Let me know. Now let's begin. There are 4 things which I picked up. So let's start with the first one. The first one is fear of making mistake in English. Now why this fear happens? We need to understand this. The first thing is that people will judge you. Just consider you and me. When we are in school, we used to think a lot about our friends. What he or she will think about us. This is one of the biggest fear at the beginning of our life. Also, when we grow up, as we go to office, we will have the fear what our colleagues, what our manager will think. And in such case, what happens is that we stay quiet. What if I pronounce some word incorrectly? What if my grammar goes wrong? All these things will start coming in our mind and we will not speak. And many a times we want to sound perfect. We see some speaker, some good English speaker, maybe our friend or maybe our teacher who is very good in English. We want to copy them. But we have to understand that we are not so strong in English. And there arises a confusion. There arises a fear inside us. Now, this fear, how it affects our life? Well, there are a few things which I picked up. Firstly, we don't want to get involved in any conversation. Secondly, in a job, we will not get growth. We may also lose that job. And finally, you start believing that I am not good enough. Now, how to overcome this problem? How to overcome this fear? We always need to accept that mistakes are teacher. If you go back in your life, in childhood days or when you are growing up, we made a lot of mistakes. And from those mistakes, we have learned a lot of lessons. And that makes us brave. If we can focus on learning, slowly we will find that we are in the next level. And for that, what you have to do? You need to speak daily. Yes, my dear friends, this is very important. You may think that, oh, not today, tomorrow I'll speak. No, you need to make a habit that every day I will speak. And that is the only way to overcome this fear, to overcome this big challenge. What you can speak, anything of your choice, your daily routine, what you're going to do this weekend, what is your favorite junk food, what type of fruits you like, your friends, your family members, anything you can speak on. But keep it simple and yes, don't forget to record when you are speaking. It is very important. Whenever you speak, it may be wrong, it may be right. What you are doing when you are recording, you are catching that moment. And when you listen after recording, you will understand that this went wrong. Here I need to improve. Here I need to work on. Note it down and try to improve on those mistakes. Slowly you will find that you are improving. Let me tell you a small story which this guy, Mr. Ravi, did. He used to work in a company, but he was very shy. Or you can say he used to fear because his English was not good. So he used to stay quiet. Many a times in the meeting, other colleagues, they used to speak, but he used to stay quiet. His manager know very well that he has some good ideas, but he never shared. So one day his manager said, why you don't share those good ideas which you have? He didn't say anything. But when he went home, he just started thinking, yes, why I am not speaking? My English may not be correct, but the ideas which I have are so different, are beneficial for the company. So he decided from the next day that he will start speaking. He started speaking in a broken English and his colleagues started liking it. Very soon, he saw the progress and he became very good in English and he got promotions as well. If you ask me, do I know all the rules of grammar? I will say no, not at all, not even 10%. But I speak English fluently. But how it happened? I never stopped myself. But there are many people who feel that my grammar is not good, so I cannot speak properly. That fear gets developed inside you and that will not allow you to speak. What happens in such case? You stay quiet. You don't experiment because you think, what if my sentence goes wrong? What people will think? So let me stay quiet. And in this process, one day you will just quit learning this language. And remember, you should not compare yourself with fluent speakers, because those people who are fluent, they also were like you someday. It is only because they have not given up, they are fluent today. You also can do this. If you are scared, it will affect you. How it will affect your life? You will stop having conversation with others. You will lose confidence if you go for an interview or some meetings. At one point, you will believe that no, I'm not good in this language. So, how to overcome this problem? My dear friends, believe me, if you pick up a grammar book and try to master the grammar rules, it will not happen, because grammar rules in books and in practical life is totally different. So, you need to listen more, you need to read more books. There is a saying, learn by context. What does it mean? It means that you are learning from practical life. Movies, watch English movies, videos from YouTube in English, vlogs, shorts, reels, all in English. And you see, slowly, you will be able to find out whatever you are speaking is making sense. You are not making so many mistakes. Number 3 is vocabulary problem. We say vocabulary insecurity. Well, my dear friend, vocabulary plays a very big role in improving our English, in improving our fluency. But you should not be scared. Rather than getting scared, you should find a solution how I can improve myself. Now, how to improve vocabulary? Very easy. Listen to anything, read anything, write anything. Whenever you come across some new words, pick up that word and try to use that word in your daily conversation. Now, you may say, well, I try to learn new words, but it goes out from my mind. Yes or no? Still now, if I have to learn a new word, that moment I remember. Next time, I forget that word and meaning also. What is the best technique? You just write down that word and try to find the meaning in Google. After finding the meaning, try to use that word with your family members or your friends, so that if you use that word for at least 5, 6, 7, 8 times, automatically you will find after a week also you'll be able to use that word. But don't try to memorize vocabulary. The biggest problem which many people face is that they try to memorize words. No. If you try to do that, what will happen? Firstly, you will feel that, oh, I am unable to remember many things. Maybe my memory is not good. Secondly, you may feel insecure because you are unable to speak properly. So the best way to overcome this problem is to read more. Reading and listening to news, to articles, blogs, anything you get. Finally, fear of embarrassment. Well, my dear friend, this is the biggest thing. Whenever we are in the crowd, in a party or anywhere, we don't want to use English. We are more comfortable in our regional tongue. Yes, that's fine. You can speak in your mother tongue or your local language. That's not bad. But if someone is talking to you in English, don't reply to him or her in another language. Think that it is an opportunity for you to have conversation in English. Suppose someone asks you, hey, how are you, Mr. Ram? You don't say, hey, मैं ठीक हूँ, आप कैसे हो? No, rather say, hey, Rohan, I'm fine, man. What about you? This is a great way to start the conversation. So for that, what you have to do? You need to go through some conversations, daily used conversations. Let me share with you a few. Got it? So these conversations, you can master it. And whenever required, you can use those phrases, those sentences. And what will happen? Eventually, the fear which is inside you will fly away. So my dear friends, these are the 4 things I wanted to share with you. Don't be scared. Learn more and the fear will automatically fly away. If you have any question, you can ask me. Thank you.